I was doing really creative stuff all through my school years. I thought architecture was a great alternative and I made it to architecture, and so here I am.
Well, I joined architecture because of one of my teachers. So in 12th standard, we used to have an orientation, and Brother George told me that architecture may be a good thing to pursue. I went for my entrance exams and got into architecture. We read a lot, we travel a lot, and then we see things, and it all gets into our bloodstream in a way. And so when you design, it expresses itself in your work. So that's the abstract stuff. But then there's also the circumstance, the stuff that you're confronted with the project, where there's a budget, there's a client, there's a site, all of that stuff, right?
But being creative is actually doing all this and still creating spaces that heighten one's senses, bring happiness, and create spaces that leave a deep impact on people's lives.
And so really architecture, the design is a coming together of these two things. All of this repository of information that you build up and the kind of prejudices and predilections you have, and this circumstantial stuff that's coming at you.
Both are very integral, and we consider that to be a core principle of our practice.
The really nice things that we've done have come because of the coming together of a very good set of people. I'll mention two projects that have been very important for us. The first is Alila Bangalore.
It was one large project that we did, which we were deeply involved. It was a comprehensive project where we not only did the architecture and interiors, but we were involved in the landscape and art curation as well.
It's a project where we were able to bring a lot of our skills to bear, from interior design, sourcing, accessories, to the larger master plan of the site.
Also sourced all the furniture, lighting, got custom textiles and all the accessories for the project. It's not very often that one gets to see such a large project being done end to end with one singular vision.
So that was really satisfying. The other project that's been very important for us, not so easy and not so fun working on, was the Bangalore International Center, because it took a very long time to do. There too, we did everything from signage to furniture to, the whole shebang. But what's amazing about working on a public building is that after it sort of has been handed over to the client, it takes on a life of its own, because they've really curated amazing events there, and it's become a thriving public institution in the city. And that brings us a lot of satisfaction.
AI, I think, is a great tool for architects to use, and also helps in generating data that's required for general planning and achieving sustainability goals.
As architects, we come to the client and say, here are certain ways in which your ideas may manifest. It is a bit uncertain, but exciting nonetheless. Yeah.
A great tool to harness and make it part of your journey instead of being afraid of it.
As a young architect, the big thing to do would be to travel a lot, to meet more people, to expose oneself to a lot of what is going on in the world, and not to sort of put yourself into a silo as an architect, because there's people writing about it, there's music being made about it, there's films about this stuff, there's, of course, academic papers about this.
Set up practices and systems that will let you take on different kinds of work, and not to be afraid of taking different category of projects, because there's always that one first project. The business of architecture has to be sustainable and long term, so it's good to treat it as a business and not just an art at the end of it. Thank you to Forbes India and Kohler for making us part of this edition of the Bold Club.
Well, thanks a lot for inviting us. We always look at this list every year, and it's wonderful that we are on it this year, so thank you.